So Rami, how you doing, my friend?
Yeah, how are you? I'm great, great.
Good,
Thanks.
man.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, thank you for being available. I mean, you're a pretty busy guy, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Nothing to say about this. I am.
Yeah, I know that with your coaching that you do, you used to do like lots of seminars and go to many places, but now everything has been more remote, where you're working from home in your underpants, that
Yeah.
toothbrush in mouth.
Yeah. TMI, my friend, TMI for now. Look, first of all, if you know my background, when I was a kid, like 15 or 16 years old, I started my way as a stand-up comedian. So I love the stage and I love the people when I'm on stage, and doing Zoom and doing it online is great, but I really miss the people. I really miss the stage and the crowd. And yeah, we're waiting for this virus to end.
Yeah, yeah. In UK, apparently there is a vaccination, so let's see how that goes. Hopefully,
Yeah,
it's a success.
hopefully everything will be great in, I don't know, several months. But it was a good time as well. I managed to write another book. Almost done. I'm getting used to this online, which I never liked. So it was like growth that I had to go through in these times. And reevaluate your ways. I have my coaching school, which I had now had the time to place more focus on it, and so it actually grows now these days with this coronavirus. So,
That's
it
great.
makes the good stuff out of the bad stuff.
Exactly. So where is it? I met you. I met you at it was like a coaching thing, wasn't it? So I
Yeah,
know.
we were in the seminar in London. As you know, I love London, and I arrive every time I need for another seminar. So we were in like some kind of a business coach.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
some business mastermind, something like that. I don't remember the name, but yeah.
yeah. And the person who was running it, I don't even know if I want to mention his name, but
Yeah, don't do that.
but
Maybe
yeah.
something will come up, so don't mention.
So what I found quite intriguing was anytime this guy was up on the, I don't know, the podium or the stage, and he would talk, and he would be so confident and very cocky, and he's got
This
such a,
guy.
yeah, this guy, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He had such a presence about himself that most people would just not challenge him. But there was one guy who was challenging him. And I was like, who is this dude? And it turned out to be you. I was like, oh my God, this guy.
And, um, I actually bought another seminar from this guy, and I went to his home in the US, never mind where, maybe someone knows him, and it got even worse. I actually found myself shouting at him. He's shouting at me back because the stuff he did. But never mind. We came here to speak about success, not about him. But yeah, I normally I challenge people, and by the way, it's only because I allow my students to challenge me, because I think if I'm good and I know what I speak about, so go ahead, challenge me. Let's work it through together. But when I challenged him, I was shouted at, meaning I'm the leader here, and don't say anything that double cross me. And I just asked a hard question. So let's speak about happy things.
So you mentioned before you got into coaching, you was a comedian.
No, actually, it was like it was like a hobby. I never did it. I never did it as a professional occupation, or even aimed to be my occupation. But I loved it so much, being on stage, telling jokes. My profession before I was a coach, I was in real estate. I was a broker, and did some mistakes over there
Mm.
that actually opened my eyes, and I got to the point you know, when someone is falling on his face, and I'm saying always life drops you on your face. You're not hitting. It's not like you get a hit and you say, okay, what's now? When life decides to struck you, you fall on your face. And when someone is falling on his face, he has normally three options. First one is to go to God by doing, meaning jumping off a cliff. It was not a good option for me, but some do that. I didn't like it anyway. The others go religious, you know, they started praying and going to church and everything. Again, asking God for help in this angle, not my way as well. And the third way is to start think, okay, if I got here, so I guess something I did brought me here. So maybe it's time to check my ways. And then I started, I got to know what coaching is, and I went to seminars, and it was amazing. You know, I lost lots and lots and lots of money, and I really, literally, I had no money to buy food, but my ego was shattered. You know, my problem is the combination between not having money to eat and my ego, because I can go to my family, to my parents, I'm in a bad situation, please help me, but I couldn't. I was so broke mentally. So I decided to find my ways by myself. And then a friend took me to this seminar, and I was amazed. I fell in love with coaching in that spot right there. And I decided that if this stuff can work, a couple of things can happen. First of all, I can help myself. I can relive my life. I can build them all together again. And second thing, I said to myself, I must have this ability. I saw this coach getting into someone's mind and fixing everything and cleaning up and then closing him up and, not touching him. And I said, okay, that's what I want to do in my life. I saw someone, this coach, my first coach, I saw someone, he was a master of communication and words. And only by speaking, he managed to fix someone else's life. And I said, okay, I guess that's what I was looking for. That's it. So it works,
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, wow. That does seem incredible to me. Like when I have people reach out to me and they say, just the words you said, that was everything I needed for today. And I might just throw words out there just thinking, oh, that's a good thought. Let me share it with people. But you don't really know.
When you think about what's human behavior, almost everything we got how should I say it? We learned everything by words. When a newborn is out in the world, he knows nothing. And then his parents starting to tell him, this is good, this is bad, don't do that, do this. Sometimes it's not words, it's actions. You do something good, so we hug you, and you do something bad, so, we yell at you, for example. So everything we learn is by behavior and by words. So if everything is learned this way, why can't we unlearn or learn new stuff the same way? So if you say the right things, actually you can change people's life, because everything they have in mind, all this structure, and that's what we do actually. When a child is checking his ways, normally between the age of 1 and 7, what we're doing, like building personality, we're actually building structures that they're all, the whole idea of this structure is to keep me well, to keep me alive, to keep me happy, to keep me safe. So we are building this structure that will keep us safe. That's like a survival mechanism. So now we look around us and we starting studying the environment, meaning I saw my dad not treating well to my mom, for example. So I learned what's the relationship matter between a guy and a girl. So tomorrow when I will look for a relationship, I will think, what I saw at my home place when I was a child, and then what I want to aim, what I'm aiming to, that I want to bring to my life right now. Now, let's say I'm a guy, and actually I was born in a house that the mother was very strong and the father was weak. So from here I can learn two ways. There are always two ways. One, I can think, okay, that relationship, weak dad, strong mother. So I will look for a spouse which is strong.
Mm-hmm.
The other way is to say the opposite. I didn't like my father's status at home, so I will look for a weak wife so I can be the strong one. But never mind if you go this way or that way, everything we saw, everything we heard builds our inner structure, and that's how we build our life. So once we said that, now we can check everything we have at life, money, career, relationship, and we can think, what is the math? What is the math inside your brain, the logic math that you have that made you get to where you are? How come you don't have money? How come you don't have a relationship? How come I don't know, how come your relationship is so bad? How come you are stuck in your career? Somewhere inside your mind, that situation that you are in it, that's a good service to your structure. Again, a good service to your structure.
What about, you have people that might be living in a very, very similar circumstance, and then one person manages to make success and the others don't. Let's say it's a poverty-stricken thing, but everyone kind of inherits that poverty behavior and digests it and uses it as a way to live, but one person steps out. But they all lived in a very similar environment. Why is it that one?
That's exactly what I said. Because think, when we get information, you know, from the environment. Again, I'm a kid and I saw a house with poverty, or, you know, no money, even if it's not real poverty, but we had money issues. Okay, let's go, more people can relate. So the kid looks at the situation and he learns the relationship between people, between a family and money. Now, if we don't have money, so he might think that's what money is. Money is something that we are lack of. And he will build his life the same. And people, we are magnets, and he will magnetize to his life, I don't have money, I don't have money, I don't have money. But one of the kids, let's say, for example, you know, siblings, one of them will say, I don't have money, but I also understand that that's what ruined my family. So right. I will do everything I can to have money, because I'm not allowing myself to live the same as my parents did. So now he has like a survival goal. I don't care. And sometimes you can see people, you know, you look at them and they look very successful. And, you know, there was something I always say to my students in my seminar. It's this sentence: sometimes we are not running towards something, but we are running away from something. You know, you see someone, he's running towards the money. I want to be rich, I want to be rich. And you think, you know, he's a successful guy. But actually, in his mind, he's running away from the poverty he saw in his home. You get what I mean?
Right, yeah.
You know, from the outside, it looks the same, but from the inside, and most of the time, he's not aware of this anyway. Most of the time, he's running away from poverty and not actually running towards the money. It looks the same, but the motivation is different.
That bit I understand. Sometimes I question it. Sometimes I do have a fear of things that I had gone through in the past. You know, I had a bit of a poverty background, and I don't know, like, if that's a motivation to keep me going, but that's another subject. So what I wanted to kind of dissect and really understand is, if there's loads of people in a similar situation, what causes one person to think slightly different? You say siblings, like, you know, if your parents is saying the same thing, you all hear the same thing. What's causing one person to think, all right, I hear what you're saying, but I'm going to think about it differently?
Yeah, you know, actually, what you just asked, that's my whole topic for my new book that I'm writing now. Okay. Because what differs people, you know, how come someone is successful and someone are not? And how come we think different about success, even though actually we all want to be successful? And I'll tell you this, you can answer these questions as something very practical and something very spiritual. That depends which answer you prefer. So practical means this guy decided that for him, he wants different life, and he will do whatever needs. He will do whatever needs to get it done. So he will have money. Meaning he is looking at his parents and he said, you know, they are not working hard enough, so I will be a working hard person. And they didn't got enough education, so I will get education. So he thinks about the stuff he's doing to become better. What makes him decide to do this, it's how much he agrees agrees to live like this or not, and how much he believes at his abilities or not. And if you look at the spiritual, or if you want the being issue, it goes philosophic from now. You know, what is the purpose of everything? Why are we waking up in the morning and we die when we are 100 years old? And what are we doing since we are born and then until we die? I think everything here is about learning your lesson and growing as a soul, as a person. Many books I read, I got this way of thinking, meaning in everything that happens to us in life, we have something to learn from. You know, I think that God or the universe, or I don't know, I don't care, Buddha, whatever you prefer to believe, and they make the stuff wheels around us for a purpose. Stuff get in our life and gets out of our life for a purpose. So if you had your heart broken, or you lost a lot of money, or something happened with your career, or you got divorced, it means that that's another step in your progress that you need to understand. Wait a minute. So now I got my heart broken. Why did it happen to me exactly now? And what should I get out of, what should I get from it? Because when we get our lessons, the only aim of the lesson is to make us bigger. And if you do not learn the lesson that were given to you by this, I don't know, again.
Universe or whatever.
Universe. I never know what to choose for you, but
whatever you feel like.
If you don't get the lesson, you will get it again. You will get it again.
Right, in another form. Like, okay, you didn't learn that time. I'm gonna have
to. Normally, bigger case, because the universe is saying, you know, I gave you a small amount of. I gave you a light punch. I gave you a light punch. You didn't get it. Nothing to do. I will give you a bit bigger punch. You will get it eventually. Sometimes people get from life like a massive attack of punches, and they say, why do I deserve this? Why did it happen to me? So normally it will be because in the former punches that were lighter, you were not willing to listen. You are not willing to open your mind. You said, I'm on it, everything will be okay. So universe say, okay, you know, I did it easy for you, but you want it harder, you know, I have these options as well.
That's interesting. It is really interesting, because you do have some people who they keep going through the same thing over and over again. I don't know if you've come across these people that I keep going through the same problem. Like, I don't know, let's say relationship issues. I keep going with the same person. I don't know why. I'm like, you obviously didn't learn anything the first time.
Yeah, exactly. That's you know, that's one of the signs. When someone wants to change his life, his results, one of the places to look is if you have, we call it automatic results. Meaning, never mind which guy or girl you are in relationship with, you always say, how come I always get these kinds of people, like the kind of guy or the kind of girls you go out with. Never mind which business I open, I always lose money. When you get the same results in a different kind of environment, like you change the business, but still same result. You change the guy, but still same result. That's a good sign that there is a lesson here to be learned and you are not willing to look at it.
Mm.
If you will learn the lesson, something will change. I don't know what will change, but I promise you something will change. And you know what? I've doubled my income 10 times and 10 times again. And it was always after a massive lesson, always.
Incredible. That's amazing. So you are a international speaker, business coach, what else? Personal development trainer, public speaker, maybe a trainer's trainer, best-selling author.
Yeah, as well, everything.
Is there anything you haven't done? I mean, you've even been a comedian, actually, even though it wasn't professional.
No, it's actually all the same. And I'll tell you why, because the way I work is different. Because when you say a business coach, you know, I work with business owners for many years. And my first book was about increasing the results of your business. And it became a bestseller, yeah, everything you said. But the way I work is I understand that everything starts with the math. Again, the math, the math in your mind, the structure you built about everything. You know, in my first book, I teach about selling. And the fact is that most, like 90% of the people, they hate selling. And in my book, I don't teach you how to sell. I train you, why are you so against selling? And I go deep to the reasons why people hate to sell. And I do this with management and marketing and everything. Because, you know, when you do business coach, for example, when you do a business coach, you don't coach the business. You never coach the computers. You don't coach the tables. You coach the people. So eventually, everything is about our inner minds and the way we work. So it's the way we work in our business and the way we work in our life, in our relationship. Same when I do a trainer's training, how people stand on stage, okay? You know, you and all the listeners right now, or the viewers, they all speak. You know how to speak. And hopefully all of you know how to stand. So standing and speaking, that's not a problem. So how come standing on stage and speaking, that's a problem? Because it has nothing to do with your abilities. The ability is what makes you better or worse, you know, a good speaker, but that's the abilities. Stage fear is all about what you think about yourself in front of the audience. It's never about the audience, it's you with you. It's the relationship that you have with yourself. So again, when your profession is personal development coach, you only need to find the button that is painful enough for you so you won't go on stage. For example, and you know what? The funny thing is, it's much easier than people think. You know, when I do my seminars, people are telling me I will never go on stage. And then, you know what? 20 minutes later, they are standing in front of a small group and saying, hi, hello, everyone. And what happened? How can a change be so fast? It can only change when you understand the limiting belief or the barrier that you stood behind that said, I will never do this. Sometimes it's about what you think about yourself. Sometimes it started when you were a kid. I got a guy in one of my seminars doing on-stage abilities, you know, trainer. And he was speaking like this, hello, everyone. And I said, okay, just, you know, lift your chin. And he said, hey, everyone. And I said, again, lift your chin. And he said, no problem. And he lifted his eyes, but chin still down. So I actually came to him and I said, lift your chin, now speak. And I held his head and I said, now, speak now. And this guy started crying. And you know, he was 45, not like 15 years old.
Yeah.
And I said, how come you're crying because of this? He said, I cannot lift my head when I speak. Because when I was a child, my father always told me to lower my head, meaning, you know, shut up, be quiet. I was always looked down to and told to shut up and lower my head. And that it's the first time in my life I need to raise my view and to look up and it feels wrong. You know, you get it? It feels wrong. No, it has nothing to do with on-stage abilities. I guess
Wow.
you know what I mean.
That, you know, as you said that, it was like, man, I felt, wow, that was powerful. I felt emotional. I felt like, should I be crying right now myself? Like, where is this guy? I want to reach out and give him a hug.
He's amazing. He's a student of mine, like for 10 years. And that's amazing how I met him and how he is today. That's amazing, because that's it, you know, that's what I said before, that's the whole aim of life, you know, to learn something about yourself, and again and again and again and again, and then your soul, your whole idea of a person. I don't know, people think that, you know, my life is about getting up, going to work, come home at night, watch some TV, and go back to sleep and doing this again tomorrow. But I think the purpose is much bigger than that. It's why we're here. What are we doing? Who am I? And if you're not checking who you are, what's the aim of life? Socrates said, "Life without self." I'm trying to remind the exact word. Okay, I don't remember the exact word, but life without self-checking is not worth living. And that's Socrates. You know, if you're not checking who you are daily and not growing, so life is about, again, work, football, sleep, and again.
That's powerful. Yeah, you do have to take moments of self-inventory. Like, where am I now? Like, and especially take note of the mistakes. The mistakes are like, I don't know, growing pains. They're lessons. What?
Yeah. I don't normally use the word mistakes, but that's another.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a point. So why would you say it's not mistakes?
There are no mistakes.
Okay.
No one is mistaken, never, ever. And I'm telling you this, and if whoever listens to us now, I urge you to forgive yourself, because no one is mistaken ever. And I'll tell you why. Because let's think about the word mistake. By the way, in English, I like the word in English because it's mistake, meaning I took this decision, and I mistook it, meaning I took it wrong. But you can only understand that you had a mistake after you did it. Because when you did whatever you did, you thought that that's the best thing to do. Again, you wanted to do something. You decided to open a restaurant. You decided to get married. When you decided to do this, you calculated everything and you said that's the best thing I should do. You couldn't know that it's going to be a mistake. So where's the mistake?
Mm-hmm.
You did whatever you thought would be great, and it came out not that great. But you cannot know this ahead. So why are people so mad at themselves and others? You did a mistake, but I didn't know. Because the only thing you can check regarding person or regarding myself is, did I have all the information that I have now when I took the decision? And almost 100% of the time you will get that when you took that decision, you didn't know what you know now. So where's the mistake? No reason to be mad, not on yourself and not on others, because that's the best we can do.
Absolutely. Oh, that's brilliant. So you got people that, I don't know how to put it, like you have people who, they might be afraid of success. It's like they want success, but they're afraid of it. Do you think there is such a thing?
Yeah, fear of success, it's actually a big issue. It's even more than what people think it is, because most of the people talk about fear of failure. But fear of success, I think it's even bigger, because when you fear of failure, normally you won't even address this issue. Meaning, if I think, let's go again to this being on stage. If I think I'm gonna suck, I won't go on stage. Okay? If I think I can never own a business, never mind what, a pizza shop. Okay, if I think that I cannot be self-employed and own a pizza shop, I will not do it. But that's a fear of failure. When you feel fear of success, normally you will do everything. You will go to this coach and you read the books and you make a business plan and you go check out the places. But before you start your pizza shop, then you're gonna say, man, I'm not good enough. Or even worse, you will open your pizza shop, but your subconscious will make sure that you're gonna flunk, and then you close your pizza shop, because if I'm not worthy of success, I will make it fail. And most of the time, that's only because something within you saying, I cannot be successful. Because that's what I understood about life, because that's what my father, my mother told me, because that's what I know about myself regarding everything I did in life till today. Meaning, I'm not supposed to be successful because that will not fit who I am. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, when someone is trying to do something again and again and again, and he fails every time, many times it's only because he cannot accept himself as a successful person. And you know what? Let's go a bit to your field. Gaining weight or losing weight. Okay, many times people are not willing to be thin because something bad will happen to them, and you can say, but they want to be fit and they want to be thin. How can something bad can happen to them? In my more than a decade, almost 2 decades of being a coach, it's like 17 years, 16, 17 years. I happened to I got to coach a lot of people about weight and losing weight and fat, actually, and many times the fat is just something that keeps them safe. Okay, keeps them safe. And you get all kinds of stories. For example, I had this girl, she was 37 and she couldn't lose weight. She went to this, gym, and she had changed her diet several times and nothing helped. And then she came to me and we spoke about her weight. I don't know anything about, changing diet and everything. I only spoke to her mind about the structure that she held, that she's holding over there, that keeps her fat. So we got to this understanding after this work we did together, that she thinks that guys don't like fat girls. Now, the fear she has, the big inner fear, she doesn't want to have a relationship. Now, the mind is saying, okay, guys don't like fat girls. I don't want to be in a relationship. As long as I'm fat, I'm safe. Because she was afraid of guys. You get what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Like, when someone doesn't want to be thin, you can give him all the diets you want. He can go outside and run every evening, but he will make sure that he is not losing weight. And when you think that your weight is keeping you safe from guys, because guys don't like fat women, so she will not lose weight. That's one example. I had a guy, very fat guy, like real fat, like obese, okay? Mm-hmm. And he was a successful person. He was amazing, He had lots of money, and he had the great wife and the kids and the nice house and the good career. And I asked him, isn't this true that when you want something, you get it? He said, right. When you wanted your company, he said, yeah, I got it. You wanted the wife, I got it. Everything he wants, he gets. So how come you're still fat? How come you're not thin? So first of all, let's think about this. If everything he wants, he gets, and he's fat, my conclusion is he wants to be fat. He wants to be fat, so he gets it. Now, Now we need to understand why he wants to be fat. So again, I started to work with him, and we got to this. He said, I cannot lift my leg from the gas pedal in any other field. I must be a good husband. I must be a good father. I must be a good business owner. I must do everything well. And I'm tired. So when I get home and I open the fridge, I want everyone to leave me alone. Meaning food was the only aspect of his life that he can loose up, do whatever he wants. And it means that the only way, the only area in life that he can feel freedom was food. So he gave himself freedom in this area. And maybe his physical coach would sit home and think, I'm doing everything. I'm giving him every idea I have. How come he's not losing weight? Because he doesn't want to lose weight. He wants to feel free. And how you work with someone like this, you make him get the same values he's getting from food in another way. Maybe take a couple of notch lower how you are treating yourself in all other areas. Give yourself a space over there, so you won't have to put everything into the relationship of you and food. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always sits. It's always builds on something that is my identity. So we have my calling, what my purpose, okay? Then you have identity, then you have beliefs, then you have abilities, then you have behavior, and then you have a surrounding, like people and stuff and everything. Normally, people will come to you to a coaching session when they want to change behavior, surroundings to get results. Meaning, I want to improve the way I work with my associates. I want to improve my relationship with my wife. They speak about the environment and the behavior. That's what they are coming with. But normally, you will go deep. You will go to limiting beliefs or beliefs anyway, and you go to your calling. You go to your vision. You go to your purpose. You go to your identity. You go to your structure, your mind structure, how you're building your thoughts that got you to the situation you are in. And that's the interesting part, because once you change the roots, everything changes. One of my coaches that I love, actually, T. Harv Eker, I'm sure you know the name. T. Harv Eker is saying, you don't know T. Harv Eker?
No.
Okay, Harv Eker, he's amazing, I think. So Harv Eker is saying he speaks about the relation between the roots and the fruits. You cannot have good apples if the roots of the tree is rotten, and you cannot treat the fruits. Okay, let me heal you, because the problem is down at the bottom. People are the same.
Perfect. The roots of the fruits. That's. I like that. I'm gonna use that in a caption somewhere.
Yeah, don't mind.
Yeah.
Not mine.
I'll credit you. Oh, okay.
No.
I'll self-credit.
Credit me, crediting the Harvey.
Oh, that's really interesting. Really, really, really interesting. Thank you very much for that. Let's move on to the next one. Let's say you do have many people that want to be successful.
Yeah.
But it's almost like a formula. You've probably gone through lots of things already, but just, I guess, to summarize, you have people that want to be successful, but they have the desire, but they don't have the results. What is it a person needs to do? What is it a person needs to do to bridge the gap between the desire to want to succeed and to get the results?
Okay, first of all, let's understand together how you get results in life. Okay, when someone is coming to a coach, he always wants results. He's never, maybe rarely, but normally no one comes to a coach who said, I came because I needed someone to speak. They want to get something out of it. So we get results in life only from actions. If you think about this, I am going to give you like 4 levels of success. You get results from your actions. So first of all, you need to act. There are many people that sits at home reading books, watching YouTube, and saying, I'm not getting the results I want to. You're not doing anything. So you can read as much as you want, but you have to do something. So first of all, the results are the results of the actions. First, you need to act. Now, let's think about how come people act differently. This guy wants to get a phone number from this girl he sees in a bar. So one guy will come and he will be like cocky and like macho to get her phone number, and another guy will come and say, "Hi, nice to meet you. I saw you from across the room." So the interesting idea is, how come people decide to act or to behave differently? It's because, and that's something again soon in my new book. The only
we'll get to the book.
No, I'm not done writing it, but but I know what I'm writing about. The actions are already results of the person you are. Sorry. Again, your actions are already a result of the person you are. Right. Now let's think about this. Think about a guy in a bar. He sees a girl, and he wants this girl, and he's looking at her, and he's saying, that's exactly what I like. The energy, the looks, everything. And the action he's supposed to do is to walk over and ask for a phone number, or speak to her, or something like this. But before the walk, before the actual action he needs to do, his mind started to steam. You're good enough, you're not good enough, you look good, she's pretty, she's not in your league, she's in your league, she's with someone, you have a mess. And the action of walking towards her is the result of all the mess in your head. Meaning, where did the action started? It started with the way you are dealing with your thoughts. So actually, when someone is saying thoughts become things, this in The Secret, they're saying thoughts become things. And it's like something spiritual. You magnetize stuff to your life. It's very practical. You think whatever you think, that decides the way you act, and your action brings you the result, meaning your mind decides your results. So that's how come coaching works, because when you change your mind, your result will change as well. Yeah, of course, you have this connector, you have this middleman called actions between the mindset and the result, but it's actually, again, it's math. It's mind, actions, result, and it has nothing to do with spiritual, The Secret, or whatever. It's very, very practical. Now, another question, which is interesting, is if your mindset decides the way you act and then your results, so how come people have different mindset? And you said before about, siblings that in the same house and everything. And you know what? All people, everyone, why someone decides to act or even to think, how come people think different about stuff? And that goes another level deeper. I call it sources. The sources we have are modeling, what we saw when we were kids, or even later on. Modeling specific incidents. If someone happened to experience something in his life that was a trauma, if a girl grew up in a home when she saw bad relationship between the father and the mother, that will inflect the relationship in her life. But even if she saw a good relationship, but she was sexually harassed, forgive me for saying, but that's an example. She was sexually harassed when she was 8. That will reflect on her later relationship issue in life, even though she saw a good house. So it's, again, modeling, it's specific incidents and culture, where we grew up. In my country, in your country, we have different culture. So obviously it will reflect on the person we are. So again, you have the sources. That what makes you what you are, your mindset. Your mindset decides the action you do, and then you get results. Now back to your question after this long answer. Now someone is coming to me and he said, I want to change my result. So you start going deep and you see where the answers are. Sometimes it's only changing your actions. In business coach, sometimes that's what you need to do. You want to have your pizza shop again. I love pizza, excuse me, but you want to have your pizza shop. So maybe you don't know to do how to calculate your balance, your break even. I don't know, basics in business. So we can sum it up looking at your actions. Sometimes it's about your mindset. I don't know. You don't believe in yourself. In coaching, for example, my students, how come someone is charging $100 per hour and someone is $1,000 per hour? Okay, again, what you believe about yourself, your success. And sometimes you need to go to your sources. You cannot change the sources because it was in the past. It's only what happened to you that made you who you are. But sometimes you need to look at it and then go back to mindset, just to know where you packed it into your bag, your life bag, and now you have it inside your mind.
Wow. I feel like I need to digest all of that.
Yeah, I told you before. I told you we will start wherever never mind what you ask me. Eventually it will go deep, because that I think that's the way we achieve stuff in life.
Yeah.
Hopefully everyone who listens to us now thinking, maybe I need to check deeper, because you know what? It's frustrating, and I'm telling you, I get so many students like this. I'm one of the most known in my country. And
where are you from again?
Yeah, I'm from Israel.
Right.
And the personal development area in my country is good. I don't know if it's developed more or less than other places, but it's good. And I get a lot of people coming to me saying, I've been here and there and this and that, and I went to this coach and that coach, and no one knew what to do with me. And they're coming to me very frustrated, because they actually, there are those people who do nothing. Okay, so they know they do nothing, but you have these people that they go to seminars and they do whatever you need, and they have the coach and this, maybe, I don't know, a therapist and everything, and nothing works, because they are not looking in the right place. And when they're coming to me and I'm saying, okay, look at the structure, let's see what the automatic results, and let's find where's the pin. It's like a pin, that holds you back. Think that you and me, I want to go together running, and this something is holding my pants. My train suit, it's holding me. I caught in a fence, for example. Okay, so I want to run and I have everything, but something is holding me back. So you can look at me and I'm happy. You ask me and I said, I'm willing to run. Everything is good, but something is holding my trousers, so I cannot run. So if you won't look there, you will only be frustrated that you cannot, you cannot do your things. So it's important to look inside.
Yeah, definitely. Well, with your journey, have you had certain things along the way which, I don't know, you say to not use the word mistake, but like...
No, I said don't judge the mistake.
Don't judge.
It's actually a mistake. You took a decision that was not good for you, but it's only something you mistook. That's all. Don't say I'm stupid. Don't say he's stupid. That's life.
Yeah. So are there some mistakes which you've had in life which you felt were the biggest mistakes that had given you the biggest success to where you are today?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. Um, I think almost all of them, because when it's a big lesson, it's a big mistake. When you fall hard, you have a big lesson over there. And I have my coach. First of all, I want to tell you something, and everyone else. If you want to have success in life, you must have a coach. You must have a mentor. I have my own mentors and coaching sessions always, for years and years and years, always. And every time something big happens to me, I call my coach. By the way, I call him daily, but especially in these kinds of occasions. So I call my coach and I'm telling him or her, normally it's her, this and that happened. Now explain me why. What should I learn out of it? And it's never you didn't do it right. It was a mistake. It's because I'm trying to explain something. I'm trying to explain something which is very, very twisted and to be easy.
Right,
okay.
right.
Okay. If you got something to your life, never mind if you call it I magnetize it or I did it, it came to your life for a reason. So it's always, why did you, I will say it. Okay, you know what? I'm thinking about that. I will say it anyway. Why did you want to have this? Because I'm struggling with this, because people would tell me, even now the viewers or the listeners will say, I want it. I want to have this disease. I want to have this failure. I want to not have any money. And you know what? Yeah, sorry to say, but yeah, maybe not you, maybe not your conscience, but your subconscious is saying, I must have this. And I heard this guy, and I love him. He's coaching the Millionaire Mind seminar. You've been in Millionaire Mind, I think. We spoke about this.
Yeah, I'm sure we have. Yes, okay. Yeah.
So this guy, Marcus de Maria, I love him. And he told us a story about air conditioning. And, you have air conditioning in your, living room, and you have a thermostat. Let's say the air condition is set on 20 degrees, okay? Now, the air condition will do everything it needs to get to 20
degrees.
20 degrees, yeah, sorry. I'm thinking about the story. The air conditioner will do everything it needs to get to 20 degrees. Meaning, if it's hot, it will blow cold air to get to 20. Yeah, if it's cold, it will blow hot air to get to 20. Never mind what you bring. Never mind what the air right now from the outside is getting in. I will make sure you will get you to 20, because that's my thermostat set, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people have the same thermostat in their mind as well, and it's called the blueprint. We have a blueprint set in our mind, knowing where we should be. Now, for example, my blueprint is saying I must be in debt of $50,000, okay? So if I'm in $20,000, my blueprint will say I must have $50,000 in debt. So we'll summon something to our life, or if you want, we magnetize something to our life. We will lose money, or the IRS is calling us, you owe us money. Something will happen, my car will be stolen. Something will happen to get me back to $50,000. And if somehow, some way, I will get to $70,000 debt, so suddenly I will get more work, or even I can win the lottery or something, but only in the amount to get me back to $50,000 in debt. Because if that's my blueprint, that's my blueprint.
Right.
And it's the same with relationship. It's the same with business. It's the same with everything. And for example, if I have a blueprint saying I must be alone, so I will have two options. One option, I will be alone. I will have no spouse, no relationship. And the other option is I will have someone who will always make me feel alone. And I get that a lot. I get that a lot. When I work with someone and I hear that his blueprint is I'm alone, and he or she is telling me, actually, I have a spouse, I'm married, and I'm saying, but you still feel alone, right? And they're saying, wow, how do you know? Because when you hear the blueprint, we must summon someone to our life that make us feel how we need to feel. And if we need to feel alone, so he will make us feel alone.
That's really interesting.
I saw your face for a second. Yeah.
So
you know what actually what actually just one thing. What actually we get out of it, that we have in life everything we want, and it's something very harsh to say. Everything we want. Yeah, we want the problems, but not here. Here we want the problems. Now the question is why? Why do we want them?
Yeah, I guess we could move on to why. But like, I'm just thinking, is there a way a person themselves can dissect the reason why they put these I don't know, these limiters?
I think not. It's okay. When you think of think about the idea of the word make sense. Okay? When something makes sense to someone or not, how does it happen? Think that we have the brain, okay? And we have two gods standing here. And they allow to get into your kingdom, okay? Only to those that they know. Again, we have gods, and you can get in the kingdom only if I know you. Meaning, when I get something new, people are saying, it doesn't make sense. That's not logical. Of course not, because Albert Einstein used to say, you cannot solve a problem with the same thoughts that caused the problem. You need to have new thoughts. But you are checking the new thoughts with the old way of thinking that got you the problem. So you must have someone from the outside. And again, I got this phrase in a seminar I was in Miami. Someone said, you cannot see what's written on the bottle sticker if you live inside the bottle.
That's powerful. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you're living inside the bowl, it's I'm trying to think, does a person need to learn things like NLP or psychotherapy to really start to dissect what's going on? If they've got this self-sabotaging behavior, can they themselves sort it out? And you're saying that no. Or you saying if this person was to...
Not quite, because you said study. Because when you go to a good coaching school, okay, I told you I own my school like more than a decade, and I see people, while they are like studying to become coaches, they are doing amazing progress with themselves, because I'm still someone from the outside. Even though that's a class, but I'm still someone from the outside. What I meant is you cannot sit at home and think, why did it happen? Okay, by the way, you can, but after you know the new way of thinking, meaning I will work with you, for example, and I will show you how you fail yourself, how you fail yourself, and how you make this failure repeat every time. So then when you get to know the new way of thinking, because that we work together, next time it will happen, maybe you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yep.
But it's not instant. If someone listens to us now and thinks, you know what, I want someone to love me. I want to be in a relationship. And looking back, he or she will look and say, I see a pattern. Every time it's this, every time it's this. So it might help him understand, but normally it won't help him get out of it. It will shorten the way, if someone like this comes to me and she will say, I always choose the same kind of guys, and when I looked at it, I saw that they treat me 1, 2, 3. Okay, it will be faster to get there, but normally the answer needs to come from the outside.
Yeah, I get that. I guess you can see it better from the outside, and yeah. So
because I'm not emotionally involved, you know.
You're not. Yeah, exactly. That's it. I get that. Would you say that there's like energy is very important for success?
Always. Yeah, go ahead.
You have some people that want stuff, but say that they don't have the energy for it. What do you think that is?
I always speak about energy, and because and I get them. I get these kind of people in my seminars. They are coming and they say, I'm looking at you on stage and I want to be successful, but I don't know what to do. And you fall asleep.
Oh, God.
And I say, look alive, do something. And you see, and it's not about the communication style they have. It's about they're dead, they're dying inside. And I want to be successful. First you need to wake up. You need to feel the energy. So I always say you must have energy. You must have energy, and it needs to be something that makes you tick. Something you want to make it. And when I say in my seminars, you must have high energy to get your goals in life, to have success. So sometimes people tell me, yeah, I agree. Okay, you must have energy. I don't have. And that's great. That's self-conscious. I want to have energy. I don't have. Where do I get energy? And the answer, you cannot. That, and maybe it sounds bad, but you cannot get energy. There is no grocery store for energy that you go and you buy some Gatorade or something, I don't know, Excels, and then you feel energetic enough. That it doesn't work. So again, I get this question. So if I cannot buy energy or get energy, if I'm not energetic, that's it. I cannot do anything. Energy is a result, and people need to understand that energy is a result. Energy is the way it's the way your body speaks. It's a result. It's the way your body speaks. And now the answer is the way your body speaks when you have passion. Passion is the word. Without passion, you cannot do anything. Now, let's give it an example. Think about the guy. He has a new girl in life, and they just started dating. Date 1, date 2, date 3, and now he's at home, and the house is messy, and everything is like it's dirty. A guy lives alone. The dishes in the sink. And he has no energy of doing nothing. He sits at home watching Friends or something, and he has no energy to do anything. And then suddenly he gets a phone call. Hey, how are you, darling? I'm here. I'm actually not that far. Maybe I'll come over. His new maybe girlfriend. Suddenly, he jumps off the sofa and he fixes everything, and he's, everything's getting cleaned, and he has the energy to do everything. And then he's calling her back. So you're coming? And she said, yeah, I'm on my way. And he's saying, maybe you're hungry. I'll make you something to eat. And she said, maybe, I don't know, maybe something. Maybe I will, just a snack, And he's saying, a snack? I will make you dinner, and I will slice you a salad and everything. For himself, he will take a bread with some cheese on it, and that's it. That's all I have the energy to do. But for her, I will make you everything. He will start making the chopped liver only if she will ask. Okay? Where's the energy came from? Because actually 2 seconds ago, he didn't have energy to do anything. The energy came from the passion to the girl, the passion to the relationship, the passion to something good. needs to come out from this relationship. And that's why I have the passion to make this effort. And you know what? We are both guys. We're about the same age, but think back when we were kids, or even not kids, you know, like 10 years back. I don't know how many years you are married. But if this girl is not his future wife, just someone to sleep with that same night, the energy will be at the same level. Maybe he won't fix the house so neat. Maybe if she say, I'm hungry, he will say, okay, so we'll order some pizza, you know. I'm not fixing my home for you. Because you're not my wife, you are someone for tonight. Excuse me for the example, but the level that I want you, the level that I have passion to the relationship, that's the level of the energy I have. So that's the same in life. When someone is telling me I don't have energy, I'm telling him you don't have passion. Find your passion in everything, in everything. And I'm telling, as I wrote in my first book, if you don't have energy to your job, to your career, to your business, you know, leave it. Do something else. Change your career. Or find a passion within your job now, within your business. For example, my students, if they tell me, I don't have a passion to do one-on-one anymore. I said, no problem. Write a program, a seminar, do something. Go and learn something new so you have new interest in your business and then you have passion. Without passion, nothing is being done. And now think about a guy again. He's in love, okay? He will do anything. He will do anything. And you know this. He will do anything. If he meets someone he's in love, he will do anything. He will take his guitar and he will sing under the window, you know, because maybe it worked. He will do anything. That's what I'm saying is find your passion in everything and life will change like this.
Incredible. Passion is the energy. It's not. So it's not a case of, I don't know, trying to find fruits and vegetables and eating high protein.
No. It is. But you know what? If I'm your trainee and I want to be in fit, I won't have the energy to do my exercise if I don't have the passion for the results. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get it. And it really makes sense. It really does.
First of all, they need to be connected with passion to the results. I want them to dream at night about, and you know what? Not about the new weight, because that's a mistake. Now your weight is 60. Let's think about you 55, when you will be 55. That's not enough because that's only numbers. If I'll tell you, I have $1 million at my bank account and I want to have $10 million. Okay, so you know what? It's a number. That's nice. That's nice, and I really want it, but that's not feeding your emotions. Because what I need to ask you, what will change in your life? What will happen in your life when you will have the $10 million? What will change in your life when you'll be, instead of 60 kilos, you'll be 50 kilos? So what will change there? And when you see the new results and it excites you and you're passionate about them, then that will help you to win the behavior that got you where you are now. And you know, Blair Singer, one of my coaches from the US, Blair Singer, is saying, no one got fat from only one slice of chocolate cake. It's not one. That's the way. You know, people are saying, it happened. No, it didn't. It's not happened. That's who you are. It's not. You didn't eat just one slice of cake and now you're fat. That's the way you are. And it's the same with money and the same with relationship.
Yeah. That's really interesting. As you were speaking a little bit earlier about the guy having this passion to sort out his house because of his missus or girlfriend or lady friend coming around. It reminded me of a book called The Untethered Truth or Untethered Soul. I think it's called Untethered Soul.
Yeah.
Whereas it was a similar thing where a guy had his passion reignited. Where it started off with his girlfriend actually contacted him and said, "Look, I don't think things are working out, and I think we should just call it a day. We should just be friends." And from there, he was deflated. Like he just couldn't do anything. You know, this energy was not available. You know, he didn't. You know, he couldn't exercise, couldn't eat, couldn't do
Yeah,
anything. Friends couldn't speak to them. And I think maybe it was like a few weeks into this separation, and his girlfriend at the time had thought about the situation, and she decided to give him a call and said, "Look, I've been thinking about it, and I'm really, really sorry. I made a big mistake, and I think that I really would love us to be together again." And then from there, he didn't even think about it. It was like, yes, absolutely. And energy just came back, and he was able to do things again. And it was amazing because it was just simply a case of it wasn't like he took any kind of supplement. It was just a thought process in his head from the information he received from.
exactly.
Amazing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mm.
And you know, we are human beings, amazing machine. Whoever built us like this, you know, we are simple and complicated all together. Because when you say this, you don't have to be an amazing coach to get it. You know, she broke his heart and then she came back and now he has again his passion and energy. Normally, it sounds very simple, but inside it goes deep to what does it mean. Now I'm alone. Now we are together, and yeah, of course, again, it's it's not only with relationship. It's just the easier way to look to see it. When someone left me, so I'm sad, and she came back, so I'm happy. But it's the same in
Yeah.
all areas in life. Same.
Yeah. What do you think is the, I don't know, the best values for success? Let's say if you was to pick two, yeah, what is the two most important values? What would they
Um,
be if it was, I don't know, a pillar for success?
I will sell for three. Okay.
Okay.
I use sometimes I use the RGB, like in printers, like in colors, red,
Yeah.
green,
Yeah.
RGB. So first of all, results. You need to know your results. You need to know your outcome. You need to know what you want. You need to know why you want it. Why you want it. You need to understand your results. You need to break it down into steps. You need to understand your results in all kinds. Not just saying, I want to be rich. Okay, and what? And why? How come? What is rich? $1 million, $100 million. You need to understand all your results. Okay, you need to write them down. You need to work them so you will get the whole idea of your results. Not only just for a number. I want to be a millionaire. So why? So what? So why? And how come? And everything. All the WH questions you learned in school. Okay, that's results. Second, that's our RGB. Second is growth. You need to understand that life will grow exactly at the extent that you will do. Meaning, Jim Rohn used to say, if you want to have more, you have to become more. So always, and especially in the areas that you don't get the results you want, it's always checking, what do I need to know? What do I don't see? What do I need to understand? Everything that relates to your growth will change your results like this. Again, as I said, when you change yourself, something in life will change. And the B, is the belief. If you don't believe in yourself, nothing will happen. If you look at the mirror and you see fat, you will stay fat. If you see a loser, you will stay loser. If you don't believe that you are worthy to have better results in you are better than your results, that you can change your life. If you cannot see it, nothing will happen. Nothing. You can have the results listed, and you can have all your business plan, and you can read the books. And that's I get this a lot. People are coming to my seminars and said, you know what, I'm doing personal development for 20 years, and I read all the books, and I've been in all the seminars. But you see, the inside, they don't believe that they are worthy to have the success. So know your results, work on your growth, believe in yourself. It will work.
That's amazing. And that last thing that you just added there was really interesting, because I had been to a few workshops, seminars, and then I would find another one and be like, oh yeah, let me go to that one. And it's kind of interesting, because when you go to these seminars, you meet like loads of other people who are, I don't know, self-proclaimed entrepreneurs. And you go to a next one and you see them there again. Hey, I saw you at the other one. You remember? Yeah. And then when you sit down and analyze, okay, so I've been to all these different seminars and workshops. What's the results going on there? Sometimes you find that there's been no implementation. Like, you've done nothing.
Yeah.
You just spoke about it. And I know quite a few people that have done that. And it made me think to myself, wow, I don't want to be one of those people. I don't want to be one of those people that are just seminar hopping. Like, when you got people who go to
junkies. It's called junkies. Seminar junkies.
Junkies,
that's the word. It's called seminar junkies.
There must be a forum for that, where they're all there like, yeah, what's the next one we're going to go to? And then after that, they're going and working in Tesco. I just don't want to be one of those people. What do you think is going on there? Like, for people?
But again, we actually answered this question already, because we said results. Beneath that, it's your actions, and then your mindset, and then your sources. So some of those seminars are only speaking about your action. Do this, do this, do this, and do this, and do this. But inside the person, in his mindset, he's afraid of success, for example. He doesn't believe in himself. He thinks that life is hard. He learned from his dad, for example, that never mind what you do, life will struck you back. I'm just making up, but he has so much knowledge, okay, limiting belief, but knowledge why he will not make it, why he will not succeed. So with all due respect for the coach or the trainer in this seminar, nothing will happen. Again, that's what I said about myself. When I got this, what I'm telling you now, I made myself a professional in mindset and all this self-development workout, because never mind what you want to achieve, eventually it's you. The business is you. The on-stage trainer is you. So I want to understand why you are not helping yourself to succeed. And not all coaches work like this. And when you go to the seminars, you have nothing bad to say about those people. It's not like they are, we said junkies, that's the common word for the people who go from seminar to seminar. Yeah. It's not that those seminar junkies are bad people. They are not stupid, nothing. They really want to change, but they don't understand that the problem is deep. In the seminar we were together. Let me give you an example. In the seminar we were together, there was a guy, he's working on MLM, multi-level marketing. I guess you know this. And he said, he asked the coach, I really want to make it happen. I want to make money from MLM, but I don't have the time to invest in my MLM because I have a daily job. And he started building with him, plans and how he will divide his time. And I went to this guy at the recess and I said, can I ask you a couple of questions? He said, yeah, sure. I said, I want to help you with your MLM business. Is that okay? He said, sure. And I said, okay, let's make together a plan. If you are an MLM expert, how much do you gain? How much do you earn? And he said, like, I don't know, 50,000. Never mind. He was from Scandinavia, but never mind. Let's say dollars. $50,000 a month. I said, wow, that's a lot. He said, yeah, if I'm good, that's what I will earn, $50,000 a month. I said, okay, how long will it take you to get to this $50,000 a month? And he said, if I invest my whole time without working my day job, it's like about a year. I said, okay. So we work 1 year. You quit your day job, and in 1 year you're gonna have $50,000 a month. He said, yeah. And I said, okay. Last question. How much do you earn in your day job? He said, like $7,000, like $7,000. I said, okay, that's all I need to know. Now let's make a plan. Tomorrow you go and you quit your day job. So you lost now $7,000 a month. 7 double 12, meaning 1 year, it's $84,000. So you take a loan from your bank, $84,000, no problem. Because 1 year from now, you're going to earn $50,000 a month. You will pay the loan in no time. It's a good deal for you. Then you saw the truth. He was white. He became white because he had to look he had to look at the details. He had to look at the truth in the eyes and say, okay, math works. Now I know math works. Now can I do it? Can I do it? Can I really make it happen? And then you saw he's not really believing in himself. Because if he would know, if someone will sign telling him, and think about yourself, 1 year you take $84,000 a loan, but next year you're going to have $50,000 a month. Who will not sign on this loan? That's very easy. But then he got to understand, I'm not really believing in myself, in the ability to do it. Now, because deep down he's not believing in himself, he built like several ideas telling him why he cannot succeed. I have a day job and I don't have the time, and only if I had the time. But I gave him the answer. Look, math works. You have the time. Now I cannot, as I said before, I cannot sign on myself. I cannot assure myself that I have the ability to do it. Now I sent him home to work in his self-belief and stop coming to these business seminars telling him how to do it. It's not how to do it. It's about, can I do it? That's it.
Ooh, that is really interesting. I know, I'm sure I've been there in that sort of situation before, wanting to work on something and someone's just dissected and be like, okay, so you willing to take action? And then I've stepped back and thought, actually, I don't believe in myself.
Yeah. because some Nietzsche once said, speaking high about yourself, it's a great way to hide yourself. When someone is saying me and me and me and me and me, he doesn't need to deal with the small stuff, the inner parts. So when you break down to the basic structure of whatever you want, so then you get the truth. And this guy, that's his way to feel successful. He comes to those seminars and he's telling himself, I want to make a lot of money. That's good enough for him to feel good about himself. I'm doing something about my life. But when I did what I did for him, and he said, thank you, you helped me, it's amazing. I'm not sure he was that happy when he got back home, because now he has something new to deal with. And it's not MLM. It's, do I believe in myself? And that's hard work. Not hard, but that's work.
That's really good though. I think, those pain points, they say, I don't know, no pain, no gain, but definitely required. What's the hardest decision you've made for success, do you reckon?
I don't know if it's the hardest, but first of all, I got a lot of offers because, think about this. I'm saying God, or again, universe is always checking if we are on course to be the person we want to be. Think about a lane, like a road. You have a lane and you're supposed to drive in this lane. And as long as you are in the right lane, everything is good. Now, sometimes we do like this, like we gaze outside of our lane because we saw something. My driving teacher always told me the steering wheel will go wherever you look. You know this, I guess.
Yeah.
Once I had a lesson and I saw this beautiful girl standing next to the road, and the car almost hit her. And he said, okay, I got it that you like her, but leave the steering wheel. Because that's how life, well, there is a saying, energy goes where, you know this? Energy goes.
I think I understand what you're saying, but
I'll get it. I always try to be accurate with the saying.
like where your mind goes.
Yeah,
sort
exactly.
of. I understand what you mean.
Energy flows where your mind goes. Something like this. Okay. So, the universe is checking whether you are staying in your lane. So when I started to become a coach, I always got offers. Maybe you will quit coaching and you'll do something else. And maybe you'll quit coaching and do something else. My cousin, I have a cousin. He's a great high-tech guy here. Every time he starts a new startup, he's selling it and goes to the next one. He told me, you know what? I have a good offer for you. Come and be one of my CEOs. And I said, I understand nothing in startup. He said, you don't need to. I know the code writing need to be done. You just need to understand people, and that's good. And you are good with this. And I said, okay, give me the terms. And he said, tell me your price, and you got it. And that's hard. That's hard. But when you are a beginner in coaching and you don't earn a lot of money, it was like 15 years ago, and someone is telling me, name the price and you got it, then you need to understand again your calling. And I think that the hard choices I took, eventually they were not hard, but at the spot they were, is choosing according to your guts and not according to reality. I don't know. Reality gives you the way to more leisure life, easy life. I came from real estate. I'm telling you this. I earn great, and I have my money and my properties and my car, and I'm all set. In real estate, I would make more money. I'm telling you. But my calling is not to be a realtor. So sometimes you choose yourself above the stuff. Yeah, that's it. I think.
Yeah.
I'm more important than the stuff.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And if I can mash it for the listeners that they can relate. I get a lot from, for example, I got a lot women that they were beaten by their husbands, and the question is, how come they're not leaving? How come they're still there? And this topic is very hard to speak about, because we never judge those women, but it's interesting. How come she's not leaving? Because I'm sure she knows that it's not good for her staying there. But in some level, it is good for her. Not because getting beaten is good, but she thinks that's the best she can have. Because maybe if I will leave, I won't manage. Maybe I won't have enough money to live without his support. What will I do with the kids? I know he will not pay me alimony, so I will not find a way to live. Maybe no one will love me anymore. What I want to say about why I said it all this, because even though we live in a bad or in not a good situation in life, sometimes someone might think it's not good for me. But if we are still there, so we think it's good, it somehow it's good. because we always do only what serves us, and that's important to understand. We only do what serves us well. So if I'm in a bad relationship, it serves me well. If I'm fat, it serves me well, like we said before with the two examples. If I don't have money, it serves me well. Now, if you are a good coach, if you know how to go deep, the only thing you need to understand, how come the bad situation, the bad details, the bad view that you have in life, like when you look outside to your life, you say, okay, I see this, it's not good, but I'm sure it serves you somehow, because if it was not serving you well, you would step out of this situation.
Fascinating. Yeah. Keep getting blown away with each answer, man. I'm like, yeah, amazing. Man, we've been talking for about an hour and 40 minutes. I think.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
I didn't see. It felt like 20 minutes or.
Yeah, for real. Do you know what? I only thought, let me check the time because my stomach was rumbling and I haven't broken my fast yet. I do intermittent fast and I'm like, why are you rumbling already? And then I looked at the time, I was like, wow. Right, okay. Let me think. Let me just think of one more question. Don't know if it would be relevant for you, but if you could start all over again, what would you do differently to be more successful?
This question is hard for me, and I'll tell you why, because I really believe that we go through whatever we need to go through. So the only way you get to a better success is if you react better. Because, I'm divorced, and I got divorced much before I knew coaching. And so in this question, I can say, or someone might say, maybe if I wouldn't got married to this specific person, life would be easier. But again, I told you, life brings us incidents that we need to learn something out of it, and then we grow. So if I wouldn't get married to this specific person, I wouldn't learn this specific lesson, so I wouldn't be who I am now. So I will go with the cliche and I will say nothing. Yeah. For sure I would change some stuff, but nothing big. Yeah. I love my way. And the amazing stuff, I worked with many people, and eventually almost everyone is saying the same. The money I lost was the best thing that ever happened to me. My bad divorce was the best thing that ever happened to me. The cancer I got, not me, thank God, but I get it from people. The cancer I got was the best thing that ever happened to me. I have a student. He used to ride motorcycles, and very fast and very fast and very furious, Until at the age of 45, he drove with his motorcycle. He did an accident. He actually flew in the air, like 10 meters high, and he fell over this metal, side, the roadside. You have this metal barrier, Mm-hmm. He actually fell on it, and like a knife, it sliced him to half. So he doesn't have now one hand, one leg, a shoulder. He's like half a person.
My God.
You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He came to me to study. He was a dentist, and now he cannot be a dentist because he's missing one arm. So he came to start all over again and decided to learn coaching, and he came to my school. And you know what? That amazes me that this guy is saying now the accident is the best thing that ever happened to me. And you know what? It's so big. It's so big. And because, maybe it's not. Maybe the accident is not that good. Maybe. but it already happened. And that's the best reaction to it anyway, to say that's the best thing that ever happened to me. Instead of, sitting at home, telling to yourself, I'm crippled now and I cannot do anything, so I'll sit in my chair and waiting to die.
Amazing.
So that's amazing.
Amazing. Whew, Rami, it's been incredible, man. Seriously. Wow.
How are you now?
I'm blown away. Seriously, I feel like I need to get coaching from you myself, my friend.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm not cheap, I'm telling you.
I'm sure.
I want to say one more thing, because we are summing it up.
Yeah.
I want to give you something to think about, and it's called play to win. I always look at this play to win thing. When you look at life, just think play to win, okay? Because normally when you say play to win, people think about, like, I don't know, a basketball match, and you tell the guys play to win. So it's attached, like, be motivated to win. But I want to show you a different way. When you look at life as play to win, so first of all, the first word is play and not win. And that's important, because when you look at life like something you need to win, you are always fighting, like you are in a realm that you need always to fight to win. But when you think of play to win, so first of all, play, have fun, make sure that life makes you smile. It's not all about the money and the achievements and the success and the coaching. And if you're not having fun, so everything doesn't matter. So when you play to win, I see the win, I see the results, I want them, but my way there is by playing, is by having fun.
Enjoyment.
You have to enjoy life. I'm telling everyone, you have to have something to do without any goals. Like something you do for yourself. And we spoke about it. I have my band, and I play the bass guitar, and I'm a singer, and I have no aim to be a singer and to earn money out of it. I'm just doing this for fun and for my soul. And after this 1.5 hours we did or more about success and coaching and soul and behavior, I'm telling you, play to win. Do something tomorrow. 2 things. Do something tomorrow that makes your day fun, and do something tomorrow that helps the progress of your life, that help you achieve your goals. Again, something to enjoy, something to achieve your goals. That's all you need. Play to win. And I'm telling you, think about this. Some people will see that they are not doing anything to win. Some people will see that they are not doing anything to play. But this balance is very important. I'm done.
Okay, mic drop.
Drop the mic.
Yes, that was brilliant. Love it, man. Love it.
No, I need my mic, but think like I dropped it.
Yeah. So where can people find you, Rami? Like, where have you got a social media handle?
Yeah. I actually, now I'm not coming to the Europe or US to do my speaking or my seminars, because coronavirus. Hopefully it will go back. I actually started today a new Instagram account. I had problem with my former one. Never mind. But you can find me on Instagram as Coach Rami Dv, Coach RAMIDV. You will see a brand new Instagram account. Join me soon. I will have a lot of posts over there. And I think that's the best. I think everyone in the same place, that's the best. I'm also on Facebook, but not that much. I'm normally on Instagram.
Yeah, like I follow you on your other page. I need to follow this one, but a lot of it is in a different language. What? Because you're from Israel, so
in my language, I have lots and lots and lots of stuff. Normally, I love to film myself when I'm on seminar, and then cut places out of it, and not just hi, how are you? Let me teach you something. I love the energy on stage, but again, as I said, hopefully you know, you have a vaccine, soon we'll have it as well. And
Yeah.
we'll meet again. I'm coming to Europe and the US to do my seminars. I miss it.
Excellent.
And
So,
hopefully we will do another one. You know, maybe if someone listens to this podcast, he will send you a message. And he said, I loved it. Now I want a podcast about this and that, the stuff that we spoke here, because, you know, we can elaborate on everything.
yeah, absolutely.
2 hours went back like
so
like
quickly.
Yeah.
Brilliant, Rami. Thanks again, man. And we'll catch up. We'll catch up very soon.
Yeah. Hopefully I see you again.
Yes.
Here I am.
All right, take care, bro.
Bye-bye.